Just a quick update from the Cambridge Chamber of Commerce on the week ending April the 3rd. We have worked very hard, as you well know. We really urged the Government of Canada to come up with a better wage subsidy program than the other one, which was originally 10% and had some limitations for the organization as well as the individual employees. We worked incredibly hard the last couple of weeks and were able to move forward or inch forward. An announcement last Friday, so a week ago today, where the Prime Minister came out and announced a 75% wage subsidy, no maximums for the organization itself, just the maximum on the limitation of each employee's wage, which was $58,700. So it works out to about $847 per employee maximum that you can claim back and recover. Now, there was a problem. The problem was it was originally announced that it was going to be 6 weeks before you could apply, and then another 6 weeks before you would get any check. Now, that probably doesn't really matter to a company who's still got 80, 90, 100% of their revenue coming in, but the problem was this was only designed for companies who had a 30% or greater reduction in revenue month over month. That was a little bit of a problem, and I'll get into that in a minute. However, we did prod all week, and it looks like the government has heard us once again, and the Finance Minister, Bill Morneau, has announced just recently, the last couple of days, that he expects that the process for applications will be ready in 3 weeks. Given the fact, we can't do this, they can't do this overnight. They got to build websites and portals. They got to have the right questions. The questions are going to be very simple, and maybe 2 or 3 of them at most for the application. The audit will come later, so be very careful of that. And then the money should flow within a few days after that, provided you're directly connected to CRA. So if you're not, go to My Business account on CRA's website and register your business so that you can get direct deposit. That's going to be really important going forward. So we think that there's no question about it that this will certainly help you. Maybe maintain your employees for those of you who are off on your revenue lines at this point, and I know many, many, many of you are. Some of you are completely shut down. This is still a program that you can get involved with. If you're willing to pay a little bit more for your employees and get them get backstop 75%, or if you can't, you need to show the intent to try and pay as much as you possibly can over the 75%. That's a really critical point. The other thing that was important was the fact that marking revenue month over month from year to year, so March 2019 comparative to March 2020, may not really work for every business. In retail, it's probably fairly accurate because it's all about cash register receipts on those given months. The problem is going to be in manufacturing and construction, some of the other companies. However, we also got confirmation that Minister Morneau is also instructing CRA when they're building this to take those anomalies into consideration. So there will be some flexibility with that and maybe some new protocols around it when it comes to manufacturing or construction. We don't know what those are or how they're going to arrange that, but they did recognize that there will be a substantial difference between the regular retail cash in the cash register as opposed to the manufacturing sector as well. So that's the update. We're still working hard. We're grinding it out every single day. We're communicating with our members of parliament, our MPPs in the province of Ontario. We know that the province of Ontario has reduced somewhat the essential business requirement. If you've got a business that you can do online, that you do not need to have staff in the store, you really need to lock your doors. You need to keep customers safe, but more importantly, you need to keep your staff safe. So if you can do online sales, if you can do curbside pickup or delivery, initiate those, even if you're closed right now. If you're closed right now, the province of Ontario says there's no reason why you can't do business. If you can do it electronically, with curbside pickup or delivery. So try and find those solutions to the problems that you have today if you possibly can, because it's worth it. Because at the end of this, we got to rise, and we got to rise quickly, and we got to start building our economy back again. This is as important as doing our part to fight COVID-19. We need to stay safe, we need to physically distance ourselves, and we need to make sure our staff and our customers are as safe as we're trying to keep our own families. So, have a great week next week. Have a great weekend this weekend. Stay safe, physically distance, and we'll see you next week. I'm Greg Durocher.